Alright, let's get this going finally. Anyway, hello! I'm Feather Monster, and after a brief delay due to minor issues with the NSL mod, we're here waiting to see Elfir versus Table for 6. It's a Week 6 match, and Div 2B. And obviously, since it is a Week 6 match, we'll be seeing the maps are Vale and Marine South Spawn on Tram. Obviously, we're starting on Tram, and Elfir will be the first team to play Marines. And hopefully get that south spawn maybe on the first try. Had pretty good luck with that last night, so hopefully it shall continue to be awesome and not reset 6 times or whatever. They're all ready to go, so on Elfir we've got Muted, Mr. Oizo, Contagious, Trigu, Chabo, and Iots. And we're still waiting on, I think, a person there for T6. So but currently we've got, currently listed as ASAP, but I am probably going to end up saying TAP there on as the top one over there. We got Barcode, Scrap Dragon, KMG, and Chumpet. We'll have to see who their 6th person is. We have Jekt as our ref, who apparently just had the game crash. Yep. So it'll be interesting to see who Table for Six's last player is going to be. I am reasonably tired, so it'll be interesting to see me fumbling around over random words this morning. Anyway, we'll take a quick look here to see what else is going to be going on today, while both concurrently to and after this match. Looks like nobody's streaming, but ACV and Vexta Omega are going to have a game going on at the same time. As Tap makes a really bad pun, he's in fear. Anyway, along with this game today, we've got Sonoman versus Godar, Narcolepsy versus On Fire, Mr. versus 3 hours later, 2 hours later versus Table for 6, which I believe is directly after this game, and Titus versus Godar. Iots brings up a good point. What is Jekt doing up at this hour? I was sort of complaining it's 10 a.m. here in California, and it's considerably earlier there in the land of parrots there, Australia. Well, parrots and venomous snakes. And I guess kangaroos and koalas and stuff too, but whatever. It's only 3 a.m. I guess he doesn't need to sleep. Alright, so we got them readied up. Our last player there was... I think they mentioned Pennell, but let me take a look here real quick. Yeah, it's Mr. Pennell. Is the other player there. Anyway, guess what? They have to re. Anyway, let's see. Try number 2. Alright. Nope. Okay, yes, it did go. Alright, the T6 is going to be starting in server room. So down here, it looks like everybody's power building. Is that an armory under all that mess? I got one going towards hub, one towards Logi. Looks like 2 currently going down towards the OBS and ET area. Tap is going to hang out in hub there, and Parasite Chabo there. 2 also on T6 heading towards the repair side of things. Scrap Dragon and KMG versus Iots and Muted over in OBS. KMG now staying just out of sight in that vent while Scrap Dragon backs up into ET. They are both chipped, and with Mr. Oizo also coming over to that side, it should be pretty easy to wipe out those two skulks. Assuming, you know, they actually do jump out of the vent at some point. Still having a little bit of poking going on here on either side of hub, but not much going on. We have Mr. Pennell and Chumpet set up in repair, waiting for Trigu to head over that way. It's like they did go finally, and looks like Muted was the sole survivor of the... Oh, nope, there's Zayats. Looks like Muted was able to clear that reasonably well. Anyway, we got going on here, finally in repair. Trigu's gotten a tiny bit of damage onto Pennell. Does take Chumpet down to half health. They're just gonna have a little bit of standoff there. Meanwhile, over in hub, they finally broke. Mr. Oizo broke through and is now heading over to flank repair. However, he does have, it looks like, Tap going in behind him that he's going to get taken down, and Trigu is going to be taking down Chumpet, then Pennell, then almost takes down Tap and Scrap Dragon, who are going to continue on towards Logi. Meanwhile, we've got Muted and IOTS moving up towards a platform. Tap gets picked up by Chabo. And Scrap Dragon may be next here. And he is dancing around the extractor reasonably well, but Mr. Oizo is going to come over there, and it'll be much harder to dodge both, hence he does get cleared. Looks like Chumpet, Pennell, and Barcode all went and took down the two that had been pressuring platform. Now it's Chiku versus Pennell here in the hub vicinity. While it looks like Chumpet is going to go and harass Chabo, who has moved up into repair. Tap has moved into elevator, and we'll be working on that RT. Well, obviously mines were up there as one just exploded and killed Tap, but looks like that was on the RT over there. And we got Chigu holding off Scrap Dragon, but KMG is able to get through and work on the RT. Muted is, however, in the room there, so he's able to clear KMG, and it looks like Scrap Dragon may go down here to Chigu. Pennell is up as Lurk, and there we go. Tap is also up as Lurk. Looks like it'll be Chumpet right around the corner here at Or versus Chabo and Oizo. They're just gonna snipe that RT a little bit. Looks like Tap got down pretty low. He probably engaged these two guys here. Trigu Muted over in Mez. Yeah, there's Pennell and KMG and Scrap Dragon going to clear them. Alex is right there around the corner in hub, and he'll probably just... Yeah, he'll take down KMG, no problem. Here we're going to move a Crag, it looks like, down to Ore to try and keep that from dying. Pennell is over there and will take a little bit of damage from Mr. Oizo, but it looks like Mr. Oizo is going to go down. Maybe. Or maybe not. Okay, he almost got him. Almost got him there. However, both ended up alive. Anyway, we got Muted over there working on Scrap Dragon, taking him out, clearing that. Back here with the Lurks, there looks like doing some welding between Chabo and Mr. Oizo. It looks like there goes Pennell, going to go flank those two guys hanging out right in the doorway there for Ore. Looks like they aren't going to see him coming at all. Oizo's going to be the first one to maybe get taken down, and then... Though Tap had to go hide in a vent, Chabo is going to get a significant amount of damage there on Pennell, but, well, he survives. He doesn't need a med pack, so if he engages this without getting, without contagious medding him, he might end up a little bit not so well. But I guess Pennell's just going to go run straight down through hub and run into Mr. Oizo again. Chabo's still without a med pack, hanging out, killing the cyst and the whip there. Finally getting some meds, a little bit late perhaps, but there comes KMG and Chumpet to help out and finally take him down. That definitely did waste quite a bit of time there. Tap getting chipped as well from the two in hub, that'd be Muted and Oizo. Scrap Dragon was interfering, did get taken down. Chigu now heading over towards Mez, where IOTS already is. Just killing the cyst chain, nothing big. We have KMG working on, and Chumpet both working on res. Looks like Tap's just hanging around the corner. I'm gonna run into, almost, not quite finish off Muted. But he is gonna get taken down to about third health there. They aren't able to save the repair RT. However, I would assume Muted should be able to take down Chumpette. There we go. So they should be able to kill that cyst and then continue on with things. Looks like there was just some harassment there at the main RT. I guess the cyst chain got cut there by probably one of the two that had gone to Mez. Anyway, Tap goes over there, misses a couple bites, it looks like, on Shabo. Scrap Dragon, however, is going to go and clean that up, potentially. Okay, Pennell gets a spike on it, finishes that up, no problem. It'll be Muted versus Scrap Dragon here in Hub. Pennell gonna have to retreat because he's coming up with, followed by Ayats and Trigu. Looks like, oh, they're asking for pause. I think they have to type it. Okay, there we go. And we have a pause. What's going on? Looks like maybe Tap was lagging. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what was going on here. We had Scrap Dragon versus Muted going on here in Hub. Killed a bit of cyst chain, it looked like, on over by Repair. The whip got moved down, so it's in the little hallway there between Ore Hub and North Tunnels. Yeah, it looks like it was maybe Tap lagging out. Anyway, Elfir is ready to go again whenever T6 is. Chumpette was going through the vent there, so probably going to try and go back and hit the res there and repair again, which was rebuilt. And that looks like that harvester there in Mez is kind of doomed. Anyway, while we're sitting around waiting, take a look at the res graph here. Not too many RT kills there. Yeah, no love for Div 2. However, I did kind of pick up the match at the last minute. So anyway, here we're gonna go again. Take a quick look at everything. Looks good for Elfir. Anyway, Muted versus Scrap Dragon. Muted winning. Shotgun's going up. They already have weapons 1, armor 1. However, it looks like Trigger's gonna go down to both lurks there in Mez. Muted's gonna run up and join Shabo on the platform RT. The cyst chain has been cut, so that's going to do a bunch of damage all across the map. Looks like they are going to get wiped. They do have the fades up, or at least KMG up his fade. Does get taken down. It looks like Scrap Dragon will also be going fade somewhere. There he is. There's his egg. Juga is able to clear Chumpette off of the RT down there in Alaji, and it looks like Tap is going to hang out and bite that RT there in Repair. Weapons 3 is now started. I guess I misread it, and that's Weapons 2 that they already have. Does get cleared. It looks like that Repair RT probably will go down, considering nobody's there, and there is a fade, so, you know, slightly problematic. However, Muted and Chabo both have shotguns, and they're pushing out of ET towards Mez. Do have Phase Tech started, so that'll be up momentarily. I'm assuming they'll be probably going for... Okay, looks like, yeah. There we go. Repair just got cleared. Looks like Mr. Oizo and Trigger are meeting up to do that. Anyway, still having the standoff here in Mez. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a hub gate up, you know, first, considering that they've already pretty much primed the power. KMG getting a little bit chipped. Not too big of a shot there from Chabo. But there are 3 of them there, so they're all welding, so... They're basically getting that ready. They're even going to get an armory there to help support the support holding the hub area. There are some mines going off somewhere too. Chumpette's just biting res, waiting for Onos res. Oh, they're not even gonna put up the phase tech immediately. They're gonna get that robo started too, right on the power to help block that. Still have both lurks up. One on each side, one coming down the ore lane and one from Mez. Scrap Dragon getting chipped to under half, but you know, not too bad. They do have that nice little switchback there in ore. Elfir does have a good grasp on the southern half of the map, but now looks like Chumpette was poking into base and getting a parasite off. Does get killed by Chabo, no problem. They do have the gate up in a slightly out of the way spot, not too, at least in comparison to some places where you see it. Scrap Dragon going through the vent. Both lurks in the north tunnels there. Well, just kidding. Freaking tunnel goes through the vent just to, you know, make what I'm saying wrong there. Gonna get some mines up around the gate to help defend that. IOTS is gonna almost go down. Does get a reasonable amount of chip damage on tap, but nothing too big. They're just kind of waiting around, seeing what happens. Looks like they probably will go for an ore gate. They do have Mr. Oizo and Chugu over there. Stuff is exploding. Scrap Dragon goes down to under half, but IOTS and Muted look like they're able to hold this for now. The arcs have started appearing. Looks like they're gonna go. I don't know where they're just parking it for now. It looks like. Pennell's trapped in the vent there, but he has full health, so it's just a matter of he needs to decide when to brave the shotguns. However, Tap just goes down. He does have enough to re-lurk basically instantly, so it'll be interesting to see whether he does that or if he holds out to be a third fade or what. They're just gonna arc that stuff there in Mez just for kicks. You hear stuff exploding. Looks like they're gonna they sent the both fades and the lurk down to shipping there, but nothing big considering they have the gate. However, they just took down KMG, which is a much bigger hit than you know, having to worry about just losing a lurk. So now, since Tap hasn't re-lurked, I now wouldn't be surprised if he goes fade in, you know, what else is it, 30 seconds or 15 seconds, whatever it is. And we got Mr. Oizo up here in warehouse being obnoxious, and you know, an arc parked here in the corner there to kill the whips to open up that lane so they can push through. Looks like they're gonna be bringing another arc over there. They have lost some of the right side res, and at the moment there isn't much of the way of actual fighting going on here. Chumpet is up as Ono, so Muted better watch out there. He does. I'm assuming that he probably heard Chumpet, but it'll be interesting to see whether he's going to just get rolled because he's all alone with shotgun. It's just going to work on that RT. There goes Chumpet showing his hand. Who do we have recapping? We got Chabo recapping. There we go. Now he's got some friends up there. We got Trigu, IOTS, and Muted all up there by the gate in hub. Looks like Mr. Oizo was, believe it was Mr. Oizo was the one up in warehouse causing some chaos, but not much going on over there. Trigu versus Scrap Dragon. Jabot is just forced to like just hang out there and waste some time. They have recapped a little bit, but it looks like since some RTs have gone down. Yeah, for a moment there they skipped up, but T6 has definitely started the actual res pressure. It might have been a better idea to start it later in the game, so they weren't going to be at Weapons 3 Armor 2 by the time they grouped up to try and push that hub gate. They're just going to march the arcs up north, it looks like, and just clear that room without going in there. Pennell is going to just be obnoxious and spike everybody there a little bit, but nothing too horrific at this particular instant. Here goes the push for the hub gate. It looks like they got... Yep, there we go. Tap did go fade. However, Scrap Dragon is probably going to go down. Oh, so close. So freaking close that they almost got him. But he got out of there, so did Pennell. Chumpet's down to about half. Not the end of the world. And they held onto the gate, no problem. There's 4 Marines there. So that 4... which I think they were able to just run back from... excuse me. Run back, and it was not too big of a deal. Armor 2 now finished, so that'll definitely help them out. They do have Bile Bomb, so I'd assume that if they do actually start arcing, we'll see somebody go Gorge. Oh, however, Tap goes down. So they're back down to 1 fade. Chumpet is down to about half health, but they do not have cat packs as of this instant, so they can't really chase him down quite as well. They could sure try, though. They almost take down Chumpet, though, who is the latter of the 2 life forms out of the room. Anyway, they're just going to work on the RT there in Mez. Chumpet's going to flail around a little bit while those arcs move up towards platform. Tap's going to work on them now that he's back to being a skulk. They did drop warehouse. Those arcs probably would have been better to run them back, but Yeah, those poor arcs. Whatever, Elfier's not particularly hurting for res. They just got the cis chain again. They are going to take that down. I don't know what the heck they were thinking, though. Should have just left him there a little bit, but I'm assuming they could probably hear the drifter building through the wall there. So bye-bye arcs. They'll just have to make some more. I guess it was kind of useless, though, once they sent all of them towards platforms, warehouse side of things, when there wasn't anything there at the moment. They did, I think, clear that room. But as soon as they started moving them up towards platform, T6 took advantage of that and dropped the hive. Obviously, it's up to about, what, 20% grown, so they have a little bit of ways to go. They did make another arc, which is just camping out there. Or no, that arc's been there, I think. Anyway, we got Chabo versus both Panel and Chumpet. Panel was alert, though, so I guess he just went fade because they were down a fade. They are going to have to have somebody go lurk. It looks like it might end up being Camp G. What just happened to tap? Something silly happened to tap, and I missed it, I think. Okay. They are pumping out some more arcs there. That'll be the third arc going over to the arc parking lot over there. Chavo almost dying to KMG, does survive. Here we got Scrap Dragon kind of dancing around right outside. Mez there not doing much of anything because versus two shotguns. Okay, now Muted is chasing a Skulk. Not necessarily the smartest decision there because Chavo had ported back through, but he did come back through the face gate. They do probably want to get a third phase gate up somewhere, but whether or not they end up doing... Oh, whoops, Scrap Dragon. Maybe you shouldn't have gone after him. That is, after all, a very easy way for them to get pinched, and so he goes down and they're back to one fade, which is Pennell. More arcs here, trying to go through. They don't have an arc. Okay, there. They better get that armor block up very quick. There goes Trigu and Ayats up to get that started, so they could go and arc out that hive, which is now up to about 73%. Pennell's able to get through quick, but not able to get back through. Chumpet takes a swipe at those armories, but isn't able to do too much, so we'll probably see the scans starting. There we go. There's the scans. So let's see how much gets chipped off that hive. Rather significant portion. We've got Pennell and Scrap Dragon zooming on through the left side of the map, so it'll be interesting to see where they're ending up going. Do they have any sort of direction there? There goes Warehouse. That was pretty easy. So, meanwhile, we got Chumpet took this opportunity to just skip on through there. Obviously, that armory was not a block. It was just kind of there. Chumpet, however, may go down after going after that gate. No, not quite. Or they're going to go for an AA, so I don't know whether they're going to be going for jetpacks or for just for the advanced weapons. I mean, obviously, more often in competitive games, you see the freaking jetpacks rather than, you know, a flamethrower or something, but who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. So the AA is now done. Chopet is trying to sneak as an Onos, which is relatively ineffective. Took out Trigu there in ore. Yeah, there they go. They're going for jetpacks. They got that proto lab started. Well, completed. Whatever. Started, completed. Same thing, right? Now we got Scrap Dragon as a gorge who's going to try and put up a sneaky tunnel, it looks like, maybe. He's just kind of hiding over there. Trigu's putting up some mines and base. I don't know how... oh, wait, and Tap's over on the other side as a gorge. Are they going to try and gorge rush this? Anyway, Chumpet may go down here in the moment. It might have been a better choice to add that, Nope, Oizo, nope, doesn't take down Kimchi. Yep, they're gonna gorge rush that. They're able to beacon back, and Tap and Scrap Dragon aren't gonna get taken down very quickly. So they'll have somebody weld that and get back through the gate. No problems. That's just some wasted P-res on the parts of Scrap Dragon and Tap. It'll be interesting to see whether they thought that was going to be their all-in push or something. I mean, obviously it isn't. There's only 2 players. Those arcs are still parked up there by, or are being reparked. Looks like they were just used to take down the RT there in, or maybe clearing it up there to get a warehouse gate. Mr. Oizo, what are you doing? There's an Onos up there. You better run away. He gets trapped there in a corner. So that's one shotgun hiding in the corner, but they are not hurting at all for P-Res. Shabu could just go and buy a round of shotguns for like half the team. Well, between him and IOTS, they could just buy a round of shotguns for everyone. Shotguns for all. We're gonna arc down that warehouse RT and do some damage here on KMG and Chumpet. Jetpacks are now completed, so we'll potentially. It looks like a couple people just ported back through the gate to get those. Looks like Tap's running through there again. I think Chabo might have heard him, so Tap may get. Yeah, he's gonna get slaughtered there by a shotgun jetpack. Scrap Dragon is hiding as a gorge again. So they're just gonna keep trying this? Well, guess what? It got repaired. Everything's repaired in their base. Well, except for that one IP. They do have another IP though, so that's not the end of the world. So they're just wasting their P-Res as this is going on. I don't know what the heck's going on. And Trademark, why aren't you playing? Anyway, Pennell's gonna get, looks like, taken down to about half health, nothing more than that. IOTS is gonna chase after him and get completely pwned because, you know, there's kind of a fade and an Onos. And there goes Scrap Dragon getting taken down again. Or getting taken down again by whoever that was. I missed it. A little bit of damage there on the Proto, nothing much. Looks like they did try and push the gate, but, you know, shotgun jetpacks. Looks like Pennell will be going down here in a sec. Nope, he made it around the corner. Trumpet, maybe? Warehouse has been claimed, so they are dropping that there to prevent another base rush. Somebody needs to go up and build it, obviously. IOTS got too far forward and gets taken out there, but, you know, as mentioned, he has plenty of P-Res. He can just do that again. Actually, never mind. He does not anymore. So he should have been a bit more careful there. Anyway, it looks like... Oh, such black bar. That was... he should have been dead. But he got lucky. Oh, they do have a gorge tunnel up now. And I don't know what Tap is doing. He's being silly. That's a gorge. He could have been up as, like... he could have been almost a fade again. I don't know what he's doing. This is very silly. You aren't going to win by just gorge rushing, because they have welders. This isn't like old school NS2, where you had to research welders. Pennell doing a good job at getting blackbarred repeatedly. KMG is up as a fade again. I guess I missed it when he initially refaded. Anyway, Mez has been cleared. The arcs are just going to go park themselves there by platform. There we go. A significant alien push into hub there. Or they're just going to keep rolling on towards ET. I mean, only half of... there's the tunnel's been spotted. So has Tap. So that's kind of silly. There goes Oizo muted, pinching from the other side. They do have cat packs now, so... This could... there goes KMG. So much for that refade. Chopet gonna be next, potentially. But with Tap as a gorge, that shouldn't be much of an issue. Oh, there goes Chumpet. They better take down the gorge. It's always shameful when you get killed by gorge spit. Oh, they're just gonna GG. Yeah, I think there were some pretty bad choices there by whoever decided, hey, let's gorge rush the Marines start twice or 3 times. They did have that tunnel there, which never got used because they didn't drop the first half. So the first round definitely goes to Alfir, who are playing it pretty, you know, standard. Nothing crazy. If they'd used the gorge instead to, you know, bile bomb the gate, well, that would have been a whole different story, but they didn't. They tried to bile bomb the shipping for whatever reason. So talk about some weird plays there. So Elfir is ready to go instantaneously upon joining. To see whether T6 is going to try something slightly less weird for their Marine round. Obviously, we were hoping for the opposite of what we're getting pregame this time. I know pregame sometimes loves to taunt people by putting the setting up pregame just fine with the the spawns correct, or have it even on the maps where it doesn't have the required spawns, having the whatever your team considers the better spawns, and then when you actually run the game live, it'll put you in whatever you absolutely hate or is incompatible with what is required for the week. So we'll see how that goes soon enough. I was doing a reasonable amount of res biting there, but I just don't think they're necessarily making the right tactical choices. But whatever, we'll see what they do as Marines. Let's see what happens. All right, so pregame was a lie, and we're good to go here on the first, the first try for them as Marines. They're gonna get that. Looks like what, 3 power building, 2 going out towards the right side of the map. 3 looks like a whole bunch just waiting here in hub. I don't know whether they're planning to go zipping on down through the center of the map once they roll Mr. Pennell or what. Yeah, they're gonna go for armor 1 and just looks like go cap stuff. Got Tap moving up there to join Pennell, but there are 3 skulks converging on him. One a little bit late, which would be Shabo, who definitely knows Tap is there now. Chuga gonna go over there. Maybe nope. They're gonna ignore him. Let him push into Mez where there is currently nothing. And we've got Mr. Oizo getting taken down there by KMG. Looks like Tap versus Chabo here, maybe. Does get that parasite, backs away with half health. Trigu is flanking, but I think he just got hurt, so Drifter's gonna go run away. He's gonna get Tap almost down to about, what, a third health, but Trigu is able to go and clean that up. Got Ayats getting picked off the RT by Chumpet there in Obs. Meanwhile, over here on the repair side of things, we've got KMG and Scrap Dragon. Muted and Mr. Oizo are waiting up there in the rafters for them to come through. Mr. Oizo kind of jumps the wrong direction and perhaps gets Muted killed. However, they're going to go in there and take down Scrap Dragon. And come on, you guys going to get KMG? Ayats has to go in there and clean up KMG. Anyway, we got Pennell down here in repair again. Picks off Mr. Oizo. Chabo's going to hang over there by the power node and just run around it and be obnoxious. They're going to start with weapons 1 now. Muted is basically... okay, yeah, Tap is able to clean that up. Chumpet and Tap are going to move up through the center of the map towards platform, it looks like. Or maybe just Tap. Pennell clears out Chabo. And that's a good start on res for T6, that's for sure. If they're just curious whether they're going to just be able to hang on to that, or if Alfir is going to be able to go and take down those RTs. Looks like they were focusing on getting their upgrades up rather than capping particularly hard. There is only 1 there in ore though, so they should be able to go and clear that, assuming KMG doesn't kill those returning from platform. Got Tap hanging out in hub. Does pretty much chip Mr. Oizo, who is going to probably go for ore, but he's going to get picked off by Scrap Dragon, who just respawned. We do have lurks up, or at least a lurk at the moment. That'd be Ayats, who is up to, what, about 1/3% health? Okay, there is Trigu. So with both lurks up, and mine started. Probably a bit late for mines at this point, but we'll see whether they are going to be using aggressive mines to set up some lurk traps or what. Alright, what we got down here? KMG and Scrap Dragon versus 2 Skulks. Mr. Oizo gets chipped to half, the other one died. Here come the lurks. Gonna pick off Scrap Dragon first and then move in to converge on KMG. He gets cleared as well, so it looks like they don't have to worry about platform this time. But over in Mez, we got Chumpet and Muted hiding on the opposite side. But here come the lurks. Muted the first one in, does take a little bit of damage onto Chumpet. Looks like the lurks are going to be able to clear him pretty well. Iots will have to go back and heal, but it looks like Trigger's gonna zoom on forward and be obnoxious. I think, yeah, it looks like a few random mines going up in hub from Mr. Pennell. The RT is going down there in repair as well. Trigger's just gonna bite that RT. He's confident. Armor 2 is almost up. The OBS has been completed, so it looks like they'll probably be going for phase tech next. They do have lots of res though, so yeah, okay, shotguns first. Shotguns then phase tech, I'm assuming. Yeah, it should be able to take down Pennell, theoretically. That's okay. Trigger came to back him up, and they clear hub again. Chabo's working on the RT there in Mez, which looks like that just went down, so they're going to take down, have a swarm of Elfir members taking out Tap and not bothering with Chumpet, who's around the corner and out of sight, and thus kind of useless. Looks like they're moving a Crag up there to Mez to help support that and make a nice little healing base. KMG versus Trigger over here. KMG maybe gonna go down, and they're pretty low there. Trigger decides to get the heck out. Oh, mine! Pennell's mine takes him out, so they are down a lurk. Not good for Elfir at all, but... Oh, they're doing early cat pack, so I don't know whether they're just gonna try and zip on in there and shotgun rush the hive. Not that it's particularly a rush at this point, but they're gonna try and get that down before fades get out. But since, you know, fades are what? Let's see. Six ticks away. Take a quick look there. It's been a little bit of res pressure, but not the end of the world. There is phase tech, so maybe not. That has to be the hero lurk now and take everything down. He's gonna go over there and fight Tap, who is biting that RT. A couple little spikes there. Yep, he is able to take down Tap. Moves back to heal. Meanwhile, over here on Mez, we got Chumpet and Pennell. Over there, they cleared up Mez. Cat packs are done. Weapons 2 almost done. Here it is. Weapons 2 now done. It's like Shabo and Mr. Oizo are going to go and try and pick off somebody there. Probably Chumpet at this point, since Pennell moved back towards hub. He is low on ammo too, so Shabo should be able to get that no problem. Yeah, there's a little bit of support there from IOTS, no probs. KMG over there building up the RT. Or, yeah, building it up. But here comes IOTS coming in there to kill KMG. Oh, wow, yeah, he better... Oh, gosh. I hope he heard Pennell coming. Yeah, he's going to have to hide in that vent for quite a while. They're going to have to send somebody to rescue him. Got Tap and Scrap Dragon working on the RT. Looks like even Kate just jumped out of the hive, and he's going to go over there maybe too. No, he's just going to get maybe a Parasite or two, and that's about it. It is regenning there in the vent, but it'll be a little bit slow. They did go shift hive, so he doesn't have a regen. He just has the natural regen. Trumpetta's still waiting. Pennell's still waiting. They do have shotguns now. Oh, they're boosting him into the vent. Or trying to. Having a little bit of issues there trying to boost somebody in the vent. They know that he's there. Okay, fades are up. Muted is going to go and possibly... Okay, he is able to distract Pennell long enough for IOTS to survive and get out of there. So good work saving your lurk. However, Muted just flashed. Muted, you were supposed to run away. Come on, guys. That was great until you lost your fade. So, not the best alien round so far for Elfir. They did get an Orgate up, but there's nobody there at this particular instant. Looks like Barcode jumped out of the chair along with Tap, and they're going to go through and save that. Especially with the just skulks on the field at this particular second. Trigger will be able to re-lurk in a minute or whatever. They just destroy that ore gate and move on to take down the res. Yeah, IOTS, you better get the heck out. Because they have shotguns. And they're definitely using them. However, Trigger is able to go and hero skulk those shotguns to death. So that'll be, what, 40 res down there in the middle of ore where nobody can recap? They're going to get the hub gate up now. Potentially. So they're both well. Oh, you better get out. Watch out for tap shotgun. There goes Trigu. Again, hero skulking it up. They are able to clear that. And the gate did go up, however, there's muted, and Mr. Oizo is up his fade now. IOT's almost getting killed, however, the fade is there, and they are just wiping the shotguns that have gone through. If they keep that up, they're going to run T6 out of P-Res, but it looks like they were able to recap the one that was there in Hub. They are going to go for an Arc Factory. So that'll mean they'll have to get the res down. They did drop the server hive as well. So that's up to a 12% grown. Mr. Oizo just taking a couple swipes there. The guys around the gate. Yeah, with Chumpet being the only one holding there with the LMG, could be able to clear that, but not the biggest deal, because guess what? Pennell's just around the corner. He could just go back or wait for a spawner. Anyway, it looks like Chabo was waiting to see if he could go clear that res. Got a little bit, didn't even get really chipped, so he's going to just go over there. Now he's going to get chipped by Chumpet. We do have Tap pushing into the hive there with a shotgun, but he's by. Oh, Oizo is going to get taken down here, maybe. Yep, he's going to get taken down because he went around instead of going through the vent. He should have gone through the vent there because they could have kept this like pillar thing in the middle of the line of sight. However, they got Trigger back up his lurk. It'll be a while before they're able to get another fade. It is a little bit while before they'd be able to get another, they'd be able to get Onos up as well. IOTS better not die now, but he does have enough to re-lurk, so it's not the end of the world. Looks like Trigu did go lurk as well. Or, no, sorry, that was him getting an upgrade. It would be Chabo that I need to keep an eye on there for his res. They do have the ore gate back up as well, so that's, you know, a good section of, a good chunk of pressure there on Elfirs. They might, unless they're able to crush one of these gates with, you know, a couple of lurks and a pile of skulks, it'll not look so good for them. Trigger over there versus, you know, a shotgun and an LMG. Was able to get KMG down to reasonably low health, but it's not the end of the world. It takes a couple of bites there at Tap and may take down Tap. That gate is really low. They may be able to go down and take down the hub gate. One more chump. 3, 2, 1. Hub gate gone. Pennell not able to go through and rescue that gate from what little damage needed to be done. He got muted here. He's gonna move the gate up to Mez. Who cares? It isn't built yet though, so if he takes out Scrap Dragon, he could just take out the gate there too. Yeah, there aren't any. They're gonna take out the vent there to make sure that it's, you know, not gonna kill everyone. Okay, now he can. It looks like the gate just got cancelled. We do have an armory up over there. Whoopee. Anyway, Muted's back on that RT. Server room has been finished. They got Bile Bomb. However, we got 3 Marines here in the main hive up in Warehouse. Chugu is doing spike damage to all 3 of them, or at least I'm assuming he is. IOTS is, however, really hurt, so he's going to have to hide behind the box and hope that nobody comes up through North Tunnels. He's going to, looks like, maybe go and possibly take down Pennell. Looks like Pennell is the first one down with his shotgun. So IOTS is very low again. However, I think he's using the hive as to block line of sight. And there goes the last T6 member up there. They were able to clear that, and now they're just going to go down and try and take out the guys who are going to come back through the gate. Scrap Dragon does have a shotgun, so that'll, you know, help. Or he's going to get taken down. Chumpet is the only one left. He's taken down by Mr. Oizo, and they're going to go back on the gate. KMG does have a shotgun again. Both lurks are relatively high health, though, so they may be able to hold this. I think they are able to then cycle the shotgun there. He did cycle the shotgun, so there is another shotgun over there. But if they lose these, only Tap has enough to buy, or Tap and Chumpet have enough to buy more shotguns, and that's about it. KMG just kind of waiting around the corner in hopes that the lurk will come in. However, guess what? Shabo's up his own house. Looks like they might have been trying to get a hub gate again. However, you know, they don't have that up yet. They did a little bit of chip damage to the arc factory. Not that much, though. No arcs on the field as of yet. Tap's just, you know, backing up and checking the RTs, it looks like. Okay, there goes the hub gate. That's going to go back up. Still have KFG sweetie bouting around the corner while parasited, which obviously just works so well. They know he's there. Mr. Oizo's up his gorge, building that up so they can shift out another RT. There goes the first arc, which will probably be used to arc down Mez, potentially. However, guess what? There's a giant crush going on at the gate there in Ore. With Umbra up from, you know, and 2 lurks, it isn't going to be the end of the world even if they do lose one of those lurks. So Trigger's going to go in there and try and take out Scrap Dragon. Though Chabo is under half health, so he better get out there. It looks like IELTS might have been lagging a little bit or caught on something. Anyway, they're going to make sure that Ore goes down and stays down. Hub is still locked down by Marines. They do have a single armory block up on the Mez side. Trigger better watch out there. He's just hero lurking it up. But he's gonna go down unless, yep, he goes down right around the corner there, around the pillar. However, let's see, Trigger, how much res does he? He has 15 res, so it'll be a little bit before he can re-lurk. Or guess what? It looks like they're gonna have the Onos scoot over that way. I hope they know that the armory block is up. Because obviously the arcs are marching towards North Tunnels. Where Scrap Dragon is waiting. Tap is over there trying to take down that RT. Not the end of the world. He gets wiped, or almost gets, there we go. Now he gets wiped by IOTS and Chigu and Muted, who came over there as Skulks. They have a couple of whips there, which are attempting to bile bomb and be obnoxious, but they're kind of blocked line of sight. So IOTS is going to give the little whips some Umbra, and they're going to start arcing that warehouse hive. Do have what? Was it only 2 arcs? I can't tell. It looks like 2. I see 2. Anyway, here comes the Onos. They did not get the armory block up in the right place. So they are able to go through and wipe out all of those Marines, and with Mr. Oiza doing Bile Bomb, those arcs are going to be history. Chabo backs up to heal at the hive. IOTS almost goes down as well. However, those arcs have been nuked. That armory block not in the right place, or maybe it was just right after. No, it had to have been in the wrong place. Whatever. Chuba's gonna just squeak around it there on the other side, and use that to help funnel the Marines in so he can just gore them in the face. A little bit of a bone wall there to ensure that Chabo could get through into warehouse again and get heals. Are able to go through and, I was gonna say take down KMG, but KMG is doing a pretty good job at staying alive there. Use a bone wall there to keep more reinforcements from coming through. What have we got here? What have we got? We got Pennell working on Mez. Not the most exciting thing, but it looks like they are going to have to build a bunch more arcs. They do have the second batch of arcs showing up. Looks like maybe making another one here in a moment. And there goes that armory block, so that'll open that up again. However, it looks like they're going to send an arc over here to Mez to arc that, but Trigu's got this. He's just chomping on that arc, and they are going to take down that Mez RT most likely, but... not too much there, just one RT. Wastes more Marines' time than, you know, would probably help them. They are going to try and take... It looks like Chumpet was trying to get some chip damage there on Chabo. And Tap is over there with a shotgun, so there is that, but... just one Marine with a shotgun, and neither... Okay, they are going to possibly take down IOTS. IOTS does go down. I believe he has enough to re-lurk. Yeah, he does. He has plenty to re-lurk. He could go Fade. He could almost go Onos. Anyway, we got some Marines of the hive again. However, they get pretty much rolled over because that was about when everybody got back. Muted is up as Fade again. Hopefully he does not flash this time. They are going to try for an Orgate again. The power is back up. He goes in there, turns around very quickly. A wise decision. Tabalize has been completed, so maybe they can actually use their fades. That early, those relatively early fade losses definitely set Elfir back. And so now that they're up again, it'll be interesting to see whether they're able to keep their fade up, or if he'll just get rolled over again. Did just lose their gorge, I believe. Muted goes backs up at half health again. They are arcing, but it sounds like they're arcing Mez, which is in the process of being built still. Okay. Whatever, not the biggest deal. KMG's gonna go over there and kill the Drifter. Taps over there, try to possibly get power back up. No, he's just taking a few shots at the Fade. Looks like they're maybe grouping up for a push here onto Ore. Scrapdragon's over there with Shotgun, along with Chumpet with LMG. They're going to first take out Chumpet, it looks like, and then converge on Scrapdragon. Umbra is up, since they do have both hives, and so they just wipe him out, and that gate is going to get crushed. Trigger is up as Lurk again. Looks like IOTS will be waiting for Onos, which will be up here in a moment, because he's at 54 res. They're going to back that arc up, and it looks like they're going to try and cap Mez. Taking a look at this graph real quick. 14 RTs down of table for sixes. Looks like they just lost another one there. But, you know, all things considered, Elfir's been on a relatively consistent 3 RTs. They just lost one, though, which would be the one up here in platform, because Tap had gone up there. Killed the cis chain, killed the RT, moved on into the hive, and Muted better not die. Okay. That's okay, they got Chubb over there. He's gonna just roll over Tap. And there's IOTS' Onos, so they do have 2 Onai, and they're gonna go through here and kill KMG and keep on rolling towards Hub. Muted just skips on by the guy there in which was, I believe it was Chumpet. Anyway, guess what? The arcs are back up. We do have another couple arcs there, arcing that hive, which did get healed all the way to full before they lost that gorge a little bit ago. Muted is definitely playing a lot more conservative now that since he flashed that one fade. I mean, but they have 2 Onai now, so they should be able to go through and clear this, especially with Trigu, Umbraing. So there go all the Marines. They could just jump on that and kill that pretty quick with the enzyme to help things out. They're gonna beacon, it looks like. Okay, it's just cis damage on that gate. They all push through with LMGs and keep the hub gate clear. However, since they've lost all the arcs and stuff over there in north again, they're going to port through to Ore and try and do damage that way, it looks like. Trigger better watch out, because he is facing 2 LMGs and also a shotgun, but nothing too bad. Do have that Crag, it looks like, on the hive, or at least close. I think it's within range of the hive, so they can keep that healed. Anyway, got both Onai and the Lurk and a Fade all there in Oregon, and they're going to grind down that gate. They do have a tunnel up now between the 2 hives, so that'll definitely help their momentum, or their movement, rather. They're going to take out that arc there, that lone arc that had been preventing them from capping Ore. So that'll go away. I mean, yeah, okay, they're going to run into Scrapdragon and Pennel are going to run into the one Onai. Oh, don't get stuck in the doorway. Back up. Let the other let him through. Okay, they managed to rescue IOTS, but whether that'll mean that Chavo will go down. They do try and get a few shots on him, but he has plenty of health, so he'll be able to get out of there. And both Onai go back to heal. Muted also gets a little bit chipped. Yeah, that was pretty scary for IOTS. They had a little bit of an Onos traffic jam in the hallway there. Definitely not a good hallway to try and have 2 Onai pass each other. Looks like they were trying to send an arc up again to try and hit the hive, but that hive is back up to 100%. And they're just going to slowly pick off Marines. one by one. They do have 6 RTs up though, so it's like they should be able to get some momentum, but they don't seem to be able to just like end the game. They do have the gate up again in ore. There was somebody going through. Looks like KMG just like ran through the hive to go pinch. IOTS may end up trying to back up and running into KMG. There is another shotgun there, which I think they just saw. IOTS is going to go down though, because KMG did come through there. Trigo may go down. They lose both these Oni, then that'll definitely be pretty much game over unless let's take a quick look at the P-Res. Yeah, there isn't much left for them to do if they lose this. Come on, come on. Okay, he rolls over that one shotgun. Tap is next. Tap gets taken down. They need to really get on those RTs. I think they've had nobody res biting, so hopefully, since IOTS lost his Onos, hopefully he's going to get through there and try and get down those RTs. Because they pretty much had that with the 2 Oni, but losing one, I know that when you get up 2 Oni, you're then focusing, and don't have any skulks on the field, you're then often focusing. Well, I guess they had Mr. Oizo. Where's Mr. Oizo? Why hasn't he been working on res? They haven't lost any res in a while. Where's the res biting? I mean, you can't forget that. That's something you need to keep doing, especially when they keep trying to build arcs. They keep muted. Better not lose his fade there by overcommitting. So he does get out. Except for there's a kind of a gate over there. So yeah, going that way is the better choice. Anyway, what are they gonna do? They're gonna get that arc factory back up and try this again. Large crush of various alien life forms over here on Orb. However, the Onos does not engage until too late. However, everybody who's left is gonna go and chomp on that gate and try and get rid of it again. They're going to beacon, so I don't know whether they're going to be trying to go through the hub gate now or what. Okay, so what was up with the beacon? There wasn't anybody down there, I think. Was that a messed up beacon? They're going to try and get some mines up there to try and be obnoxious and kill life forms, perhaps. Take a few swipes. It does take down KMG. Jump back gets taken down next. And, okay, the mines were in hub. So Trigu's going to take down those. And Tab comes in there, running on in to try and be annoying with the shotgun. However, the life forms are able to get out of the way. The power is down in North Tunnels again. It's also down in ores, so they don't have to worry at least about an instantaneous gate there. Meter will take a swipe back up, and it's just kind of a stalemate here with them holding on to hub. Okay, they are down to 5 RTs, or 4 RTs in one building again for T6, so it looks like they might have gotten back on that res biting. They're all going to try and take down this hub gate finally. All the life forms just converging on that gate. Well, except for those that are clearing up the respawners. That gate's going to go down now. There isn't much left to do on that. However, Chabo gets low. He does back up there for a moment, but there's nobody in the area. What are they beaconing for? I guess they're just trying to get everybody alive again. Because that's the only thing I could think of, because there wasn't anybody up there. So you're going to take the power down there in hub and possibly have everybody rush up there. Hopefully Chabo is relatively high health. He does have regen, so he's able to run out towards Mez. No problems there. Trigo uses Umbra to go and try and get some damage on the Marines. Muted goes down to under half, is able to escape through Mez. Looks like cyst damage. They are finally starting to expand a bit more. They did lose the arc factory again. They are trying to get the power back up and the gate back up. Chabo's taking down the power in Mez, so they're just losing power everywhere at this instant. Power is back up in hub. They're going to try and get that gate up. Got Muted go diving in there. Almost instantaneously goes down to half health. They are going to get that gate back up, but... And they are still... Oh, they just dropped to 4 RTs from 5 because looks like IOTS is on res biting. So basically when he went Onos, I think that they lost a fair amount of their res biting, which if they realize that it is only, you know, one person there biting res, I think that about lines up with what happened. I'm going to take out Mr. Panel here. Maybe? Maybe? Really? Parasite him. Do something. Come on. Kill him. Mr. Oizo, come on, please. Please. Mr. Oizo, please. Oh, now he gets a med pack. Jigger, please kill him. Kill him. Thank you. That was way overdue. We got KMG there versus trying to get some damage on Trigu. Arc Factory is finally back up. The armory is back up. They are down to 4 RTs. Looks like they rebuilt OBS after they lost ET. This is kind of a longer round here. Anyway, we got the Onos blowing up all the mines and then getting the heck out. They're going to try for sentries, which is an interesting choice. There is no Gorge at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see whether anybody goes Gorge to try and just blow those up, because that'll obviously it'll make Trigu relatively unhappy. I know that we have. I know that last weekend there were some lurks that kind of got melted by sentries, and of course that's bad. Got Tap just working on the Mez one. A Mez RT, that does go down. KMG gonna get taken down by Chabo, maybe. Nope, he backs up. Those sentries are just gonna prove to be pretty annoying. But T6 is just gonna cling to this game. Take another quick look here at the res graph. It has definitely dropped to be a much lower res game here. Well, now that, you know, everything's out on the field. T6 has pretty much held on to their res, but here at the, I don't know, what is that, 23-minute mark? Looks like Elfir pushed ahead in kills, which again was probably... Oops. Ah, why am I hitting all the wrong buttons? That was stupid. Anyway, we got an Arc there working on the stuff, the little healing station around the corner. Looks like they will... They're spiking the Arc to death. Okay, there was some Bile Bomb. There's the Gorge. There's Mr. Oizo as a Gorge again. He's going to work on biling those sentries, maybe not quite getting the distance he needs to get those. However, combination of the Fade, or not the Fade is elsewhere, the Lurk and the Onos will definitely help protect the Gorge and allow him to take down the sentries and waste a bunch of T6's res. Looks like they were able to recycle those, was it? Anyway, they better get Mr. Oizo to back up. They're going to lose their little Gorgy friend. That's a pretty powerful combination there. The Umbra, the Heals, the Bile, the Onos. Pennel goes down. Scrap Dragon may go down. I mean, they're just like fighting right in their faces, too. Scrap Dragon goes down. Okay, meanwhile, down here at base, we got Muted hanging out, being obnoxious, blowing up some mines, harassing respawners. That gate is going down again. And T6 is going to GG. So there we go. There goes the end of the tram rounds. They were able to go and pull that back, as you can see from the lovely graphs, which are now not responding because the round is over. Okay, there we go. Thank you, graphs, for being slow. But yeah, despite that early Fade loss and all that, Elfir was able to slowly claw that back. I believe we are now switching to a London server, so we'll see which one that is. Or I thought we were. So nobody cares. We'll see whether or not we're switching servers or not. Meanwhile, I'm going to check my messages because I was getting some from teammate. Yeah, I'm hoping... let me tell Fisk that. Yeah, theoretically I have a game after this, so Hopefully these rounds don't go another half hour each, because that would run it over by 17 minutes. Minutes. Okay. I can really talk. Honestly, I can. So while I pre-cache, let's see who's in here. I can't see the couple last names on the bottom there. So are we or are we not? Who's still in the server? I mean, it's up to them, obviously, whether or not we are going to switch to an EU server. I know that they did say something about the EU servers maybe not existing right now. I don't know. All I know is that it's up to them whether or not we're switching. They do definitely, it does look like T6 definitely has enough East Coast people where that wouldn't be an issue. Obviously, you can see my ping is up to 114, and I'm, okay, close to 100. I have a couple people. So, ping-wise, who knows? Alright, Elfir apparently doesn't care that they have 100-ish ping. 150-ish ping. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see, a better play out of T6, but I'm pretty sure they haven't been scrimming as much recently, so maybe that is part of it. Hmm? So maybe that is part of it. I know that Trademark did say that he was going to play now, so we'll probably be seeing him swapping in for Mr. Pennell. Okay, yep, there's Trademark, so they do have up their other player there. Elfir is all ready to go. They just have to wait for everybody to get on the proper team there. Just Trademark, it looks like, and then they'll have to talk strats and all that nonsense. Yeah, but as I was saying, I was hoping to see, some better play there from T6, but if they haven't been scrimming and they've just been pugging, maybe that's part of it. Or I guess I don't know whether they've been doing gathers as well, but I know that quite a few of the members on that team are relatively consistently seen in the Reddit pugs. So yeah, I'm curious to see whether they have better play here on Vale, or if Elfir is going to be able to go and 4-0 them. That will be. Has T6 lost? I honestly don't remember. Let's take a quick look at the scores real quick while I'm doing this current. Oops, the little chat box isn't working. Some pro alt tabbing skills here. Let's see here, matches. They have actually 4-0'd everybody they've played against, including my team. I wish we could have a rematch because we've changed our roster a bit, but oh well, too late now. So if this gets 4-0'd in Elfier's favor, that'll be T6's first loss, and it's a relatively significant one. I mean, I still think I still think both of them will be in the playoffs or the quarterfinals, whatever. I believe it's quarterfinals first. Anyway, they'll still probably both be in the quarterfinals, but well, I don't know what that'll do for T6's morale if they're suddenly losing 4-0 to random teams. All right, and there is the ready up from T6, and we'll be started here on the third round, here on Vale. Barcode's being a little bit silly there. And we've got pipe start here for T6. They're apparently trying to boost their morale. They are going to go for mines, it looks like. IOTS is building there, while 2 going off to each side here to just from control. Looks like Tap and Trademark are going to be the ones going towards the sky side of things. Meanwhile, KMG and Scrap are going to, and Chumpet are hanging out to harass Trigu and Chabo over in Topo. Tap is going to get a little bit, or not going to, it's Trademark that's going to get a little bit chipped over there, but it looks like everybody's just watching and waiting. Obviously, with no Gorge up, they're just gonna try and take Nano normally. They're getting their mines up there in base, putting a bunch around the IP. However, there goes the push. It looks like because one did back up, they're gonna. Looks like it was Mr. Oizo who backed up there from Skylights. Looks like Trademark is trying to bait. However, IOTS knew that Tap was right around the corner there. However, Mr. Oizo and Muted were spending too much time shooting at Trademark's random noises. So yeah, they are able to clear that up though. However, on the other side, we got 3 Skulks going now into Topo because they cleared up Chabo and Trigu. So they're going to take down that RT because IOTS is not going to be able to get over there in time to race, you know, the DPS of 3 Skulks. He's going to get a little bit of chip damage on Scrap Dragon, it looks like. KMG is down to half. Muted is hanging out there right outside of Nano. Tap must have like 1 HP. However, there are 4 Skulks over there to clear out one lone Marine, so he's gonna get rolled. Meanwhile, they're gonna, you know, cap stuff. Mr. Oizo's working on Overlook. They have 3 Skulks going up towards Sky. So they're doing a bunch of pack play here on this map. They're gonna take down Sky, however... Well, Mr. Oizo, I don't know why he's even backing up. That RT is toast. Mr. Oizo, what are you doing? You left that RT. So now they're just going to go, I hope he's recycling that. Oh, nope, they're ignoring it. Okay. They're just going to go cycle back to somewhere else. Which apparently is Nano. Where Trigu and Chabo are going to pick off the 2 Skulks. 3 Skulks. 1 Skulk left. It's just Trademark. Trademark, it's all on you. Trademark does take him down. Trigu and Chabo have potentially secured Nano because it's going to be a little bit for them to respawn. IOTS was down there harassing the main base RT. Almost gets that down. Looks like they're going to try and grow that Sisto so they don't have to lose that. It is down to 16%. And it stops at about 11. So 1 RT down there in Nano. Here comes 3 Skulks in there, all converging onto Chabo and now on Trigu, so they are going to clear that. However, not without doing a significant amount of damage to one of the harvesters there. Yeah, somebody said significant in chat, so now I'm freaking saying it. Or at least noticing myself saying it. Scrap Dragon is probably going to get picked here by Mr. Oizo. He does. He's just going to kill some sys change there. Both the... Oh, there goes one of the Nano Harvesters. It looks like this one, though, is going to just be relatively hurt. Because there goes the Infestation. Trigu and Chabo moving into Nano. There aren't any Skulks in that vicinity. We got Tap and Chumpet up as lurks this time. And they're just going to go through and kill that RT, so Nano will be cleared here. However, there is a lurk in there. Scrap Dragon gets taken down. Chumpet gets taken down to about 2/3 health. However, the combo of both lurks is able to clear the Marines. And they just redrop the Harvester while they're in there. Okay, whatever. It's all good. They were able to save that Harvester, though. That's interesting. I guess they immediately resisted that there. I was expecting them to, you know, power down that Harvester so that they, you know, would lose the 10 res. Over here in sub, just, you know, Trademark wasting some time. They do have weapons 1 up now. Armor 1 also... Nope, they changed their mind. Just kidding, let's do armor. Trademark's gonna get a couple bites on like every RT on the planet, and that's about it. Looks like they just cleared up IOTS, who was there in system. So Tap is there along with Scrap Dragon, who's going to work on that, and KMG is able to go and take out Mr. Oizo. Muted is in system, however, and he's probably going to go and maybe... No, he's just going to run into to Nano, maybe take out that RT that didn't get completely killed. No, he's going to go after the Drifter first. Now, come on, get that freaking extractor, or harvester, whatever. Get it, 15%. However, both orcs are in there, and I think did they build a, yeah, they built a crag, so that's not going to be very low for very long now. However, there's going to be a 3 push, it looks like, into Nano. Armor 1 will be up by the time that this, oh, maybe. It'll be close on Armor 1. 1 down. The other's 2 at half health. Armor 1 is now completed. A little bit too late for that engagement, though. Trademark is still just being really obnoxious and wasting the time of 2 Marines. So that the 3 in Nano obviously weren't going to get any backup. Mr. Oz is all by himself there. Tap's hanging out in the vent. He's going to get taken down pretty much right now. Weapons 1 is started. Do have the obs now. Tap's just going to bite down that RT. So pretty good start here for T6. They are going to get phase tech. There have been 4 extractors taken down in the 6 minutes that have been happening. They do have 6 harvesters up. So not so bad. They're gonna, looks like, 4 crush these 2 Marines. I don't know whether they're going to try and continue on into base. There are some mines over here, so whether anybody sits them off or if it's going to take too long for the mines to arm. Shotguns have been started. So weapons, phase tech, and shotguns. Sounds like a pretty standard thing there. They are, let's see. It's at fade res, so we'll be seeing fades here as soon as they go and evolve. And the guys through there in the sort of C12 area are... Whoa, who was that? Chumpette went down. Too busy trying to remember the name of the room, and it lost alert there to the 2 Marines that had been in that area. At least it was on screen. I just happened to not be looking at that section of the screen. Hey, Trademark, guess what? You're dead. So much for that vent. Anyway. Since he cannot play in his favorite vent there, he'll have to go respawn. Looks like KMG in the first engagement there already got taken down to about a 3rd health. Scrapdragon is, of course, the other Fade, who is still up and about somewhere. He's just gonna heal. There's not much going on. It looks like we got Mr. Oizo muted moving into a sub now. We'll go after the cyst and then take down that RT. Which will probably pull a life form or 2 over there. They are just LMGs, so 1 Fade might be able to take that out, maybe. While they're killing that, we got a larger battle here in... Oh, Tap might go down. Nope, not quite. They do have 2 shotguns down there in the hallway. Shabo hiding around the corner, gets a little bit of chip damage, but, you know, he's an LMG versus 2 Fades and a Skulk. That isn't going to be too problematic. It's like Muted and Mr. Oizo were able to kill that RT down in sub, and they're going to put up one of their own. Chumpette's just working on the RT, nothing much going on. What else we got here? We got Shabo, Trigu, and Ayats all moving in here. Taking down Chumpette. A little too late to save that RT, but they're going to be able to take down some cysts and recap that. Down here we got some, looks like the group of life forms just took out the 2 Marines that had been in that area. Taps biting the res while Trademark takes the one out in Overlook. So this is definitely not as good of a start for, definitely not as good of a game so far for Elfir. They do seem to be staying on at least 2 res nodes, but with only getting weapons 2 now, well, so much for that. They get taken out down in C12 by both Fades. That RT will probably be going down. So over here in the skylights, Trademark dies from the vent mine. And they're going to weld each other up before, it looks like Scrapdragon, Chumpette, and Tap will all be moving in here. They did just drop a hive in cargo. But I don't think Elfir has made it to cargo at all yet, so that's definitely a very secure part of the map for T6. KMG getting shoot away by 3 Marines. It does get taken down to just under half health. Tap rotated over there to try and help a bit, but he gets taken down to basically like, I don't know, 10. Do have 3 in there trying to take down that RT. Which did go down earlier, but Trademark is hanging on the ceiling, just waiting to see if he can pick anyone off. Chopet getting taken down by Chabo and Chugu. Trademark went through the vent. They are going to beacon, because guess what? Both fades were in base. I guess they stuck through when I was watching to see if either of the skulks were going to do anything whatsoever. But, you know, since it's fades in a base that wasn't particularly hurt, all it's going to do is just kill respawners. KMG is waiting around the corner there. Gets taken down to half. They're able to save the Topo RT. You can hear Tap munching on a power node. He does go through the vent. Possibly will appear out of there to land on their head. Muta does have a shotgun, however. So that'll probably make them slightly less appetizing. C12 has been cleared again. Don't seem to quite have the momentum. Is Chabo going to be able to take down Tap? Nope. He gets around the corner there into system. KMG and Chumpat are waiting to see if they push down into sub, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so Scrap Dragon will flank. Both fades there, getting a little bit of chip damage, nothing huge. Looks like we have two moving towards sub at the moment. It looks like IOTS and somebody. Yes, by process of elimination, we have Chabo, Mr. Oizon muted over here, so that means it is... Is it Trigu? It's Trigu. It's Trigu and IOTS versus Anonos, who is Trademark, who just popped out of his egg. So this is pretty well locked down for T6 at this point. They're going to try and, looks like, get a system gate. However, maybe a bit late. Scrap Dragon goes down to half. One shotgun down. It looks like Chabo is going to go down as well. It's Mr. Oizo. He's... Oh! KMG just went down, however. Don't know where that happened. Looks like that was... Oh, that was Chabo. It must have been on the edge of the screen. He must have been trying to sneak in. Alright, Chabo. Where is Chabo? I'm confused now. Whatever. I'm apparently not entirely awake yet, or the fact that I got up at a reasonable hour has caught up with me. So that gate just goes away there in system. Power wasn't even primed, so... IOTS is just going to hang out up there and wait to see if anybody's going to show up. They are getting weapons 3 now. Chumpet is right around the pillar from... Get over to Chavo. Chumpet now has enough. He could go fade whenever he wants, or he could re-lurk, whatever. You have a shotgun in that mess, so... Oh, Scrap Dragon almost getting caught. He got caught on Trademark there. However, he did not go down. He escaped with minimal health. Tap may go down, though. Not the end of the world there. Oh, yep, they're waiting for him at the end of the vent. Not quite landing the hits, though, to be able to take him down. So they're just going to back up and try and get that that gate up and get some map positioning. But, you know, T6 kind of has everything. You look at this, you can see they were kind of holding on until about 5 minutes, so... Then in the last 2 minutes or whatever, it's just spiked for T6. They have their Onos. Yeah, okay, they're down a fade, whatever. They only have one fade, one lurk. Whatever, not the biggest deal. So they are going to get an armory block up on that side. We got Tap going through the vent, so he'll be trying to flank. Looks like Muted will come through there. It's trying to kill the whips that are in there and just loses his shotgun to Tap. Here comes all the life forms. Well, not all the life forms, but a good chunk of them. Did lose Tap, but guess what? He has 44 res. He could go fade. We know that he can go fade. It's not like he's particularly limited. Muted pops through the gate, gets killed. Trademark is in that room and, you know, not really hurt at all, so that's no problem for him. The whips around the corner are going to prove to be problematic. We'll see if Tap stays skulk or if he decides to wait for Onos or what. He was close enough. Yeah, he could go Onos. So they may be waiting for that. Chompet does have 54 res, so he'll probably be going Onos. He'll probably just go for 3 Ona and try and end this. Looks like Muted's just the recapper, so everybody else is hanging out in system. Trying to clear that left side of the map, sorry. They're just going to hold off the life forms for a bit and see what happens. Tap just turned into something. Looks like maybe... Where is he? Where's Tap? He just turned into something. He lost a bunch of his res. Yeah, he did go fade. Okay, there we go. He didn't want to wait for 3 Ona. He wanted to go fade. They don't really need it, but it would certainly make the end of the game go faster. Umbra has finally been researched. Looks like Chumpet will be out here as an Onus in a second or two. Looks like KMG will probably get drafted to be the Lurk. Well, I guess he has Fade Res again. He could go Fade again. But they already have 2 Fades. Tap may lose his Fade. He's not doing a good job at keeping a hold of his life forms, but at least for now, he seems to be surviving and there's nobody... Oh, never mind. There is somebody there to pinch him. He's gonna go through the vent. And he will get healed. Trademark is there, and so is Chumpet and KMG, who did get drafted to be Lurk. Or the Umbra Machine, whichever you prefer. He's trying to get a lot of shots on there with the shotgun from IOTS, but not really much of anything that can be done. Chumpet was able to actually get through there. They're just going to get on that gate, and they're going to lose that map positioning that they had. What little they had at this point. Muted is going to get hunted down by Tap. Looking at the P-Res, there isn't enough for anybody but Shabo to buy a shotgun again. Biobomb has been started. They just dropped Subsector. They're getting an AA. I don't know why they'd be going for an AA. Well, Weapons 3 has been started. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they'd go for an AA. They don't exactly have the P-Res to, you know, for anything really. I mean, yeah, sure, maybe their typical thing could be, looks like they almost took down Tap. Their typical thing could be jetpacks, but they don't have the res to support the jetpacks. Like at all. They don't have the P-Res, they don't really have the T-Res, and they certainly won't after Trademark is done with that RT. Chumpet is hanging out around the corner. Biobomb is done at this point, so they could just have Gorge run up there and be obnoxious. But they don't really need it. They could just go in there and kill stuff. Tap being obnoxious on the other side of the map. Muted and Mr. Oizer just kind of running forward. So I think that at this point it's just like drawing out the, you know, drawing out the game so that I'll be almost late for my game later. There goes IOTS, so they're all pushing together in 3. However, just out of sight, or down in west here, we've got Trademark and KMG. KMG, however, just gets completely mauled. And so, well, so much for Umbra. He went and got his upgrade even, I think, so he's completely unable to do anything until he gets, like, Gorge Res. So they're without Umbra, even though that only got recently researched, but they have 2 Onai, and Elfsphere doesn't really have RTs, so... yeah, whatever. T6 doesn't seem to care particularly much. Does seem like they are playing better on this map, so maybe it's just, you know, they made some bad choices on Tram. Proto is done. They still are rather lacking on the P-Res. There's enough for everybody to get 1 jetpack. So not even jetpack shotguns, so... I don't know. It might have been a better decision to go cat packs. At least then they could have, you know, kept the P-Res for their weapons and, you know... use the T-Res for everything else and not have to put down a Proto. Here goes the life forms, just backing out. Not really hurt much, but here come 4 Marines of various degrees of injury. Yeah, I mean, they've even capped Topo. It's pretty much over. They're just delaying. I don't know whether they're expecting to be able to hold on until they can get, you know, more res out on the field, but... there you go. Trademark getting down to half health and running into Chumpet. Again, we're having a little bit of Ono's traffic jam issues on these. Here come the Onai again. They do take down IOTS. They take down... Muted, they take down Chabo. So that little 3-push... kind of pointless. They do have whips even set up. They have a couple of whips set up here to even make it more difficult. Subsector has been finished. They really want to be jerks. They could go and, I don't know. It's what, 9 res? Is it 9 res to do Xeno? If they really wanted to be jerks or something? I mean, this is just delaying. Leap is up now too for KMG, who could go Lurk again, or he could go Gorge, or he could do whatever. Anyway, both Fades, or the Fade and Chumpet, or Tap, I guess it was, and Chumpet both got down to about half health. However, the only one dying is KMG. Looks like they're doing an all-in. They're just gonna try this. They're just gonna do this one push and then call it good. At least I'm assuming so, because Contagious is out of the chair as well. They don't have any, they don't have any jetpacks out, though. They researched jet... Oh, I guess, yeah, it's not done yet. It still needs another, I don't know, 15 seconds or something. So they are down to just their base RT, and Contagious is still running around outside of the chair. I guess if he's trying to save res, he can't really med it much anyway right now. Jetpacks will be done here in a second or two. Looks like a little bit of fighting going on in Topo. Chigu and Chavo going through and trying to desist and stuff. Yeah, Tap got taken down to very low by the guys in Topo. I wasn't looking there at the particular instant, though. I did see him in the vent. So I'm guessing that's what happened. He just meleeed down a harvester. Okay. 3 veils have been completed, so the aliens are good to go. They can just zoom it in there and crush this. Yeah, Tap almost has enough to go Onos. Scrap Dragon should just, like, go Onos. I mean, he has enough res. Scrap, you have, like, 69 res. Trademark could re-Onos, almost. Tap is just, like, YOLOing almost. He backed off. Not quite YOLO. Guess what? We got some hallucinations to come be obnoxious. Guess what? They have 1,000,000 Oni. Those hallucinations wasting a lot of bolts from everyone. Do have 4 jetpacks out on the field. It looks like Trigger could also get one, but he has not as of the second. I don't know whether Scrap is going to stay as Fade or... I mean, they could really just end it. But they're just going to, like, mess around, it looks like. Yeah, come on, guys. I'm supposed to be casting in 15 minutes. You guys aren't supposed to take forever. Oh, they're just going to march a bunch of whips in. Look at all those whips. Look at all those whips. There's like 1 billion whips they're building up there. And they're not even going to wait to contaminate. They're just going to walk the whips in. They're going to have a little whip army, whip parade. Come on, guys. Scrap. Go Onos. Please, Tap, go Onos. Do 4 Oni and end this. For the love of evil. Here comes the whip parade.
Command station under attack.
And they're just gonna go on the power. Here comes all the whips that are just like marching in and not doing anything. They're just... because there isn't any infestation. There goes the power. Here we go. Finally the end game. GG. Okay. Table for 6 finally takes one here on Vale. I don't know what the point of all the whips were. Okay, there's the infestation. Maybe should have started that a little earlier. Anyway, much better play from T6. I will be going into the last round here in a moment. On the other hand, if this match runs over, at least that means that we found the server. So we will see how this last round goes. Obviously, T6 will be starting as Marines. I just hope they don't try and drag this out for half an hour, because that's obnoxious. Okay, there we go. We got the red eye up from Alfir as well, so we're all ready to go here. We'll be starting the game in 10 seconds for the final round of T6 versus Alfir. Alright, they got a sub start. They are going to be building an arms lab first. Looks like they're going to have at least 2 going towards Topo. No Gorge, at least at this point. 3 from T6's team, also going towards Topo. Got Muted and Mr. Oizo being the 2 over here on Skylight side of things. Trademark and Tap being the Skylights guys. IOTS, Chabo, and Trigu all over on the Topo side versus Scrap, KMG, and Chumpet. Looks like though Tap went down to Mr. Oizo. Muted was able to take him down. He's very chipped though, so obviously he's just going to be able to get a parasite, and that's about all he's probably going to be able to do before getting just totally rolled. Looks like Chumpet and Scrap might be pushing towards Nano. KMG's going through the vent. I think Trigu hears him in there, maybe sees him in there. Does take some shots at Trigu. No, it looks like they are going to just go and cap C12. They aren't going to play it too risky. They don't have mines at this point. They did spend their money on the arms lab, so that does make sense. They're just going to do their best to lane block and make sure that no skulks get through. Do have him muted up there in the vent, but Tap is hanging out in Skylights. They do sort of have that vent sort of trapped. Well, not trapped with actual mines, but like, you know, covered. Not much as far as engagements go at this point. Oh, now of course Muted goes in there. Does take down Tap. Mr. Oizer survives this time and is working on that RT. Trademarks looks like she's just building the one down in Overlook and ignoring the one in Sky. Trigu's and it looks like is the designated res biter on that one, while IOTS is waiting to see if anybody's going to come back from pipe. Scrap Dragon came in from Topo though, and Shabo seems to be lagging a bit there as he's jittering around, but they are able to clear his Scrap and work on that RT. Trademark does get Overlook RT up, which of course is right outside the hive, so that'll probably be kind of hard to hold. It's like KMG and Chumpet are probably going to go and harass the one down in Cargo, so hopefully that is going to be predicted. However, we got Tap moving into Nano to be obnoxious. He does get taken down, does take down Trigger though. So that'll be easy to resist, and they'll be working on that. And I would suspect that trying to take down KMG and Chumpet will be the next thing. IOS is over there. However, that RT is pretty much gone. They might as well run the Drifter away and just call it good. That Drifter's going to get hunted. Run, little Drifter, run! Muted just gets picked off between those 2 crates. Drifter's able to escape. Looks like C12 is being recapped at this point, and Mr. Oiz is going to run right into Tap. Not quite die quite yet. But, oh, no, he's made it back to the hive. We do have Trigu up as Lurk, as well as Ayat, so they can now go and save Nano from Tap, who loves running in there. Chumpet taking, or Chumpet? No, Scrap Dragon almost taking down Ayats. Ayats may lose his Lurk here. He's just hanging around on the ceiling. He's gonna try to get through. Oh, didn't quite make it into the vent. So Ayats just flashed his Lurk, kind of. I don't think he actually got any kills on it. Whoops. That was probably just... I don't know whether that would necessarily be a bad engagement, as it was... Well, he shouldn't have... Well, I guess it would be a bad engagement. He shouldn't have stayed in there as long. Probably tried to dive and not dodge as much as he probably should have or something. It's hard to see when you don't have as much information on the y-axis. They are able to clear a system out a bit. However, they are pretty much trapped in Veil, or trapped in Sub and Nano. T6 is doing a good job at making sure that they don't have that many RTs. So Trigu is going to have to be the hero Lurk and kill everyone. They do have 2 Scrap Dragon and Chumpet moving into Nano, and hopefully... Oh gosh, he almost goes down as well. They're even getting weapons too, so that's gonna, you know, make it even more troublesome for the Lurks to survive. Well, Lurk, whatever. Chumpet and Scrap still taking down the assists there in Nano. Muted not really getting any bites. Trigu's all healed up. He may go in there and try and take down Chuppet. He goes up through the vent, escapes with low health. KMG's going to join them in Nano. However, up here in base, it looks like Mr. Oizo was up there being obnoxious. Trademark was able to clear that. They are going to lose their Nano Harvesters, so they better be planning on going out and biting a bunch of the res. Tap is already actually pressuring their hive to keep them occupied. They are now going for mines. They're going to probably just mine up Nano. They are getting the power up, and we'll have an armory up there soon. Take a quick look at the res graph. I mean, they had a pretty reasonable start there, but then after about the 2-minute mark, it looks like they kind of lost momentum. I think that was probably when T6 finally got reasonably far out onto the field. So many mines in there. Yeah, he almost gets taken down by a mine. He's just going to have to get the heck out. Looks like he's going to go through Y to clear that. They have a ton of mines. Let's take a look at the mines in here. Mine in each vent, behind each RT, in each doorway. I think there are a lot of mines in there. Anyway, we got Tap getting taken down at the hive again by Trigu. Almost all the aliens are dead. Just Chabo and Trigu. Putting up mines in East too, maybe? No, he's just hanging out in there, making sure they don't get into base. However, Chabo's up there in Topo taking that down, but that's no big deal. They have like a ton of res. They just got Nano. They don't need Topo. But then again, they just lost a bunch of RTs, so that momentum that they had, I don't know. If they don't recap everything, it might go away. See what's going on up here in Topo? Trigu's down to about half health. Obviously escapes due to the fact that there were no mines on that vent, at least. Chabo getting taken down by Scrap there in Topo, and it looks like they got Tap and KMG moving up down through Sky into West. They're going to weld up and possibly push the hive again. Tap's going to work on that RT. Trigu's waiting to go and looks like pick off KMG maybe. Yep, one bite on KMG. Contagious also out of the hive to help support his teammates. They do get phase check now. They're probably going to get a gate up. Let's see. I mean, they have Nano Mine. They don't even have to necessarily get one in Nano. Tap up there versus Muted and Mr. Oizo. Gets taken down. It's still like... It's still going to be like 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes. It's going to be a significant amount of time until they get to those fades. So they only have 2 harvesters up. Tap is apparently... Oh, wow. Yeah, he has a lot of ping. Oh, almost lost Triggy there, which obviously would definitely... it would definitely cause some problems for Alfir. Phase tech is now done, so we'll be seeing some gates go up somewhere. I don't know. They might even try one in Overlook just because that's... Well, it's definitely an aggressive gate. They could just really pinch them in there and have... See Tap get cleared there. That RT is going to maybe be history. See if he can recycle it in time. But you could maybe just pinch him in and system and Overlook. But they have expanded and gotten the southern RTs. In each of the tech points, they're going to lose... looks like T6 just lost Skylights. Shotgun's now started. So 11 RTs down. So Alfir is definitely keeping on res. The only problem is they aren't able to keep their res up. They're stuck at 3. So they may be able to clear it and then cap C12, and that'll definitely help them out, because then they'll be able to claw their way back. They are at, let's see, 34 res, so P-res, so the fades will be up here momentarily. Trigu's able to clear Trademark and then has enough health that he could be annoying and spike down some mines or just waste the time of the guys that's there in Nano, which would be Chumpet and Scrap. Mr. Oizo's just hanging out in the vent, just waiting to see. I don't know whether he's waiting to see if he could go in there or what, but there are a lot of mines, so he'd probably just end up exploding. At Harvester, looks like it'll probably go down there in Overlook. KMG getting taken down, but... Okay, yes, he is going to get taken down. No? He's just going to keep... Okay, he does finally get taken down by Chigu. Got Scrap versus IOTS here in C12. Just kind of dancing around, nothing there to really defend, so IOTS is going to go through the vent potentially and run into Trademark, who is able to chip him significantly. He'll be able to get a Parasite, and that'll be about all he can do. Maybe get a bite or something on the power, but that's... No, he might actually... Nope. Okay, he gets welded by Trademark. He knew that he was low. Yeah, IOTS. Oh, man. You fell right into that. He blames Reg. IOTS blames Reg for the fact he got welded. Anyway, we got Trigu working on the top ORT. Down here we got KMG on the one in cargo. Muted and Mr. Oizo are now up as fades. Hopefully they will not flash at either of them. Does get cleared, but they do lose the Harvester down there. Looks like we may have a little bit of battle here going on in the little hallway outside of the dome. IOTS in there, they do clear it up with the help of Trigu and Muted. Over on the opposite side, we got Tap in there, taking down that RT. However, he gets taken down by Mr. Oizo. That RT is doomed. Goodbye, RT. Weapons 3 has been started, so that's going to make things even worse. Oh! Trigu goes down. However, IOTS now has enough res to go and re-lurk. So we will probably, probably, I don't know. We'll see whether or not he re-lurks right away. Bit of a battle here in C12. No deaths though. RT again going down in Sky. The one in the one in Overlook again going down to Tap, or potentially. He does have a shotgun this time though, so if he dies, that'll be a lot. That'll hurt him a lot more than it'll probably hurt. Then it'll probably hurt Elfir. Got everybody in there to clear him out. But those meds, they're definitely dumping a lot of meds into Tap there. OMG. Yeah, neither Fade was particularly hurt. He missed like a bunch of those shots, but we got 2 going into pipeline again. Yeah, pipeline. Pipeworks is on Jobby. Anyway, they're just gonna kill that Crag and then kill the Harvester. Both Fades have moved in to engage, however, it's like they will maybe get KMG. Maybe. Okay, they got Trigger in there as well. Trigger goes down, obviously. Okay, KMG is down. Chopet will be able to get that shotgun, however, he has to reload it because KMG ran it completely out of ammo. Muted will be able to go in there, and the combination of both Fades will be able to clear that out of pipe. Obviously, that Harvester was in pretty much no danger. Tap again, going into Overlook. However, pretty much all the skulks on the map move to take him down. Looks like IOTS isn't going to go and re-lurk quite yet. They're going to go for a dome gate, which isn't exactly the most aggressive gate for their position, but they will be able to take down both cargo and pipe and basically ensure that Elfir isn't able to get another hive down. What are they building down here? It looks like they're building a whip on that side. They are going for cap packs as well. However, let's take a look at this. Elfir has crawled their way back. They are up to 4 RTs, obviously. However, they have a significant res gap there. I mean, yeah, it's okay if aliens are lagging behind Marines, but that's a huge difference. Kill-wise, there's been a gap the whole time. They haven't really had the best luck with their life forms so far. Hopefully their Fades will stay up. Looks like they probably were trying to set up to get a... oh, Mr. Oizo, where did he just die? Did they just push in the... IOTS went Gorge. However, we lost Mr. Oizo, the Fade, somewhere off of the screen. I was waiting to see if anybody was going to engage on that fight down in cargo, and nobody did. That's because both Fades, I think, pushed Nano and got owned. And I think that Elfir is not very happy at what Mr. Oizo did there, whatever he ended up doing to kill himself there. Obviously, Iot's lost his gorge. He still has enough to go Lurk again. However, they got Trigu back up as Lurk. It was definitely a very aggressive little Lurk. So he's just going to hang out and be as obnoxious as he possibly can. We got Muted in there to help. KMG should be able to be taken down by both of them. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Something obviously happened though, because Tap is complaining about something. Let's take a quick look at console, see what happened. Mr. Oizo killed him somewhere. Probably somewhere up here by Skylights, considering that's where Mr. Oizo is now. Is Tap still lagging? Let's see here. Gets taken out by Mr. Oizo. No, he's not lagging or anything at the moment either. We got 3 shotguns going towards, looks like pushing towards system on both sides. We got Muted kind of trapped in the middle there. Scanned it, but no, nothing really exciting. It's not like anything's hidden. They're gonna go for a system gate. So at the moment, Muted and Trigu are the only 2 life forms up for Elfir, and they've pretty much lost what momentum they had. Right about the time when, I guess it would be a little bit before that dome gate went up, I think. However, guess what? Chabo is up. Muted just went down, though. Ono's up, Fade down. And gate down, too. Iots is back as Gorge. So they have that little group of Lurk, Gorge. Well, I was going to say a little group of Lurk, Gorge, and Onos, but since the Lurk does not have Umbra, he's just going to go off and kill everything else he can find. He is probably the only life form at the moment that could go around and kill stuff. Take a quick time check here. My match is actually supposed to be starting, but I think we could probably just take the server after this one is over once they, do something. I'm not quite sure what I, can do here if, this map goes. Nothing is happening at this particular instant. What have we got down here? Got a couple guys taking down that RT. Asking real quick what the status of the game is that I'm supposed to be playing in. I wasn't expecting these guys to draw these out so much. Trumpet will get taken down there by Trigu. KMG's the only one left. That is a big open room, so that'll be hard. However, he does use that vent that practically nobody ever uses. He's able to go through the floor there, get out over at Y, where the Crag is marching along. Look at that. Tap is pushing the hive again. He likes doing that, I think. Meanwhile, what else is going along on the map? Mr. Oizo's biting an RT. We got Muted over there on a gate. They did apparently lose the one in Nano, but whatever. Nano is very easy to defend if they still have a bunch of mines up, which they don't at this point. They just have armory blocks. Where's Chabo? There he is. I don't know if hasn't done anything too exciting in the last 30 seconds. Let's follow him. Looks like they're gonna go for a cargo gate. That's weird. Looks like they recycled the one in Dome, or lost it. Some combination of those. They're going to try and take down the armory block there. I mean, it's interesting. They do seem to be kind of just like stalled out a little bit. I mean, it's stalled out in Elfir's disadvantage, but there's still... it's like nobody is convincingly going and winning this. Elfir keeps losing life forms. T6 just isn't, like, pushing to end it. They're just kind of hanging out and waiting to see what happens. Did lose that RT there in Overlook. Over Chabo, who's just rolling along as Onos. Iotz is there as Gorge. He's just watching to prevent a pinch, it looks like. He's going to put up a random clog. Looks like Tap is going to get rolled over there. He may end up picking off Iotz, but Scrap Dragon's there with a shotgun, so that will end badly for the poor Gorgie. Poor little Gorgie. Jump through the window. Run, little Gorge. Run. Nope. Long hallway. Gorge dead. Meanwhile, what else has been going on? We got a couple guys pushing the hive again. KMG's going to run through there and see if he can pinch Chabo, but if he goes down, that's pretty much it. There is Chabo down. Looking at P-Res, it is a long way before anyone is able to anything other than a lurk or a gorge. This probably is GG at this point. We'll just have to see whether or not they decide to call it or not. Little fight going down here in system. Trumpet getting rolled by the lower life forms here in Trigu. Tap again in the hive. He takes down Trigu. They are out of life forms. So you guys gonna GG this or what? Oh, they even have an AA and a flamethrower on the field. So the Elfir has played really well on Tram, or at least reasonably well. Or possibly T6 just not playing well on Tram. One of those two options. Looks like this one will be going to T6 as soon as they decide that this is done. I'm actually not quite sure why they haven't ended this yet. Because they have one RT and it is... The person with the highest res is 23 res, Mr. Oizo. And he would be waiting for, at the very least, a fade, and that is, what, a long way. They're going to try and take down Nano Power. Skulks flying everywhere. May get this power down, though. Maybe not. IELTS takes a bite at the power, gets that down. I mean, it's not really doing much other than delaying their res. And a phase gate. So they'll just go and weld that back up. Contagious is out of the hive, just over there wasting time. But they're just welding that power up and that'll be done soon. We have two here against Tap in Overlook. Guys, why are you dragging this out? Do something. If you're gonna do something, just go up to the freaking chair and kill that or something. We do have the power up in Nano. Biting more res. And that was about where they started losing the life forms, I think. Okay, they are dropping another chairs to prevent a base rush. They just have never had a good lock on any res whatsoever. I mean, yeah, okay, aliens could be a significant amount lower. I mean, not that much of a gap, but they could be, I don't know, about here or something. Draw on the map. Like, here is something, it'd be fine. And generally, you'd want it kind of parallel. Just because you're biting so much res. But look at this. Look at this mess. Look at this mess over here. I'm not used to drawing with my mouse. I'm sorry. I draw with a tablet, not my mouse. But yeah, not much is going on here other than... They're just stalled out losing. It's like they're going to get power back up in system again. Why are you not calling it? I have a match. It should be over. This has been GG for a while now. Unless you... I mean, there was that chance to go and... Well, actually, they changed their mind. I thought it said pipe, but I guess they changed their mind and went for cargo. Did get a system gate up, so now they currently have a demented arrow for their gate systems, or their gate pattern. So they're probably going to recycle the one in Nano. I don't know, they might recycle the cargo one instead. They're dropping a bunch of eggs right now. But this is pretty much over, so they're just going to go and melt that hive. I think we saw this coming a long time ago, but at this point, I guess they just want to play it out and get to the end game without a GG. Before they'd had that other chair up, it's entirely possible they could have gone and... Whoa! Bye, shotguns! Tap's coming in from the other way. He may be able to take this down all by himself. 3%, you could do this. 2-1. Table for 6 has won this. It is a 2-2 table for 6 for table for 6 versus Elfir. At long last. So that went a bit longer than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be, you know, ending a little bit before. I have not even had lunch yet, or I didn't even really have breakfast. I was expecting to have a little bit of time there to, like, you know, eat. So let's take a quick look here at the NSL schedule. I believe I'm going to be staying on the schedule to play a match, or schedule, this server to play a match. Taking a look at the schedule at the moment, we've got Sonneman versus Godar, theoretically going on Ren's channel. Mister versus 2 hours, 3 hours later should be started or starting. Uh, we've got uh, Narcolepsy versus On Fire, also started or starting. And 2 hours later versus Table for Six should be starting right after this. Titus versus Godar is also going to start at 1. Or I'm sorry, 2 hours later versus Table for Six is starting at 1. Pacific, that is. And that'll be it for the games for today. So go pick stuff. Oh, jeez. Alt Tab of Doom. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys. I gotta go and play in a match now, theoretically. So have fun watching all the other streams, and I will catch you guys whenever I next stream.